what are people doing wrong on LinkedIn that they may not be aware of?
Yeah, the biggest thing which strikes me with LinkedIn is that people have a lot of negative perceptions about LinkedIn, which then also leads to some of these mistakes we're making. So first of all, we all still think, oh my God, LinkedIn is so boring. I have to be so professional on there. I have to be so serious. And to be honest, I think you and I be both old enough to remember those days. And it's true, right? It used to be really professional. I remember as a marketing director, I had an agency doing all our content. And whenever I had to share a company page, I would always think, oh my God, what do I post? And I would just agonize over it. But fast forward to today, LinkedIn is so sociable. People are on there to learn, to connect, to network. And yes, be professional, but also be yourself, because people connect with people. And it's the people behind the fancy logo. It's the people behind all the tech jargon we tend to use a lot in the marketing agency world. So really treat it as a sort of virtual networking party, I would say. Jason, would you say? Does it feel like a
Well,
party to you?
sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with LinkedIn over the years, right? When it first came out, I loved it. And then I hated it. Then I loved it when I realized how many people I could reach on it. And then I started getting really scared because everyone started automating. And so I was scared to connect with people because I knew exactly what was going to be coming. I knew as soon as I connected with them, I would get an email, a long bio from them in my DMs. And then I would get an email about a success story that they had. Then I would get an email about, hey, did you check this out? Can you buy something from me or whatever it is? And it really just turned me off on really connecting with anybody, where I hardly would ever get on the platform. And then Facebook pissed me off, where then they show me so many ads that I was like, I cannot deal with this anymore. But I wanted somewhere when the commercials come on TV that I could go. And then I found LinkedIn again. I was like, it is more like you were saying. It is more of that place where you're like, oh, that's interesting. Let me click here. It's not just all so corporate. And that's what I'm coming around and liking it more and more today.
I'm so glad you found LinkedIn again, because this is where I came across your podcasts and your topics, because I'm mostly nowadays on LinkedIn. I think what you say is so true about people being very, very spammy on LinkedIn. Two things I like to say to that. Email marketing can be so spammy, right? But we still use it to promote our businesses. We wouldn't stop using it because it can be so spammy. So on LinkedIn, as long as you are not spammy and you don't contribute to that, by going in straight away for sales without even having checked, is this the right person? Can I actually help them? Where they're currently at? Is there some mutual value and some benefits? It's a little bit like proposing to your partner straight away, right? I've been married for over 20 years with the same guy for over 25 years. And I fondly remember when we were dating, we used to talk about music, about the places we wanted to travel to. We used to talk about the movies we had in common, and we didn't have that many in common because he was a little bit older and I was from former Eastern Germany and he grew up in England. But again, we found things in common, and it's the same principle really on LinkedIn, where you just chat to each other. First of all, you open kind of dialogue where you don't come across as really forcefully as in, hey, Jason, let's get married straight away. Can I come and visit you on your ranch? It just doesn't happen that way. So this is the second thing for people to really look out for. How can I be human? How can I see it as a real networking platform? Imagine you're going to that networking event and all you do is shout about how wonderful you are, and when you leave straight away, it's not going to work. It's not going to make you a really interesting networking guest, right? So as you said, the benefit it brings is that suddenly you can reach people across the globe. I think I said to you in one of my notes that I've always loved working with international clients, and it's really with LinkedIn, and yes, in the beginning also X, formerly known as Twitter, that I grew my personal brand amongst my niche across the globe. And I think this is really where you can't beat social media, is that global reach and being able to meet with like-minded people you would love to do business with, because you can attract those kind of people if you do it right. So hopefully that's not too much of a pitch for LinkedIn, but I'm a very self-confessed enthusiast for it.
I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want more content like this, make sure you click on the link on the screen or check out your most popular podcast platform where the full episode is there. And until next time, have a swank day. What are you doing? Go check it out. Click on the link. I'll see you soon.